Ms. Gail Brown, you are suing Mr. Riley, your ex-boyfriend and friend, for $5,000 for toll violations that he incurred on a vehicle that you co-signed with him that you ended up getting stuck with.
That's correct.
So you told us that in 2023, you co-signed a 2021 Nissan Rogue with Mr. Riley. He had to make payments through you. All went okay for a little while. But after about 6 months, there were problems. He wasn't paying it all on time, and you didn't want to deal with it anymore. So you decided you just wanted to surrender the vehicle. You didn't want to be on the hook for something that wasn't getting paid in a timely fashion. And you ended up basically voluntarily having the car repossessed.
That's correct.
After that happened, you started to get bills for Easy Pass violations, toll violations that have come to more than $5,000, even more than our maximum. So you would like to be reimbursed $5,000. You've already been out enough from this transaction. You'd like to get that resolved. Mr. Riley, you basically have told us, well, I might have had some Easy Pass violations, but not $6,000 worth.
Definitely not.
And you want proof of $6,000 worth of violations.
I absolutely do.
Which you don't think happened and you don't believe you are responsible for.
Right.
So, Ms. Gail Brown, tell us, how did it come to be that you co-signed a vehicle for Mr. Riley?
Basically, we were dating for a short while because his sister and sister-in-law is my best friend and still is. So I was at work. They called me from the dealership and said, could you co-sign for my brother? I said, okay. I was hesitant first, and I had said, okay, it doesn't hurt.
Were you dating at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
So I co-signed, and...
How long had you known them at this point?
I know his sister for a good while, but I just met him like maybe a year or so.
Okay. All right, let me stop you there. Mr. Riley, why didn't your sister co-sign for you?
My sister lived with her husband, and her husband was not trying to hear co-signing no car for nobody.
He wasn't going to let her co-sign.
He got burnt with somebody prior to me asking him to help me out.
So he's a smart man, is what you're telling me.
Very smart man.
Yeah.
Right.
He knew
But
better.
He knew that I was responsible enough to pay the note, but he wasn't going to take the risk.
I mean, well, wasn't going to take the risk because you don't know.
Right.
You can know and think someone's responsible. They can even be responsible sometimes. Doesn't always mean you're going to see your money.
Right.
Co-signing is a dangerous thing. Okay. So, Ms. Gail Brown, you agreed to do this. Was this a new car?
It was a new car.
All right. You bought it.
It was probably like a year old.
Yeah, you bought it in 2023. And at the end of 2023, you're usually buying 2024 models.
Right.
But this was a 2021 model.
Right.
It was a new car?
It was fairly new. But the guy that sold me the car, it was a complete lemon. It was a disaster. The car wasn't even...
And you paid $41,000 for this car.
Right.
Oh, that breaks my heart. Okay.
Broke my heart, too.
All right. So tell us what happened, Ms. Gail Brown. You agreed to co-sign. You thought you would be able to remove your name after the 6 months.
Yes, that's what the car dealer said. After 6 months, you could remove it. He could go to the car dealership, refinance it at his bank and everything. I said, okay, what is 6 months? No problem. My credit will go up. Everybody will live happy.
You tried that, didn't work.
He doesn't have a credit card.
He doesn't have enough of a credit history?
Yes,
So you didn't have enough credit history to put it in only your name?
Right.
Okay. All right. So it had to remain on your name?
That's correct.
Okay. And you had to make the payments directly?
Basically, he makes payment, but he makes payment not on time sometimes. So I have to keep calling him because I have text messages sometimes. You have to be on his back.
All right.
So
she's doing you a big favor, putting her credit on the line. How come you are not on top of those payments every month?
I mean, I have to go through her. So it's only right that she called me anyway, but most of the times I was calling her.
Hold on. She didn't have to call you. You called her.
She was going to do it regardless. She was on me a week, 2 weeks before the time comes.
As she should have been.
Right.
Right?
So,
Her credit was on the line. Did you ever have a payment that wasn't made in full on time?
probably like twice. And the whole time she couldn't, I know she have the evidence on her phone. I'm sending her Zelle, Cash App.
Okay. So he continued to make payments until January of 2025. Sometimes late, sometimes incomplete.
Yes, but what happened is, in between, he said something that he only missed 2 payments. Sometimes what happened is, even if he gives me $500 or $700, he has sticker payments. He has school violation, he keeps doing that. Red light. I was like, so when you give me $700, I have to split it between this payment and then put some on the car because
did he
that's
know
a violation. Yes,
every time there was a violation, did you tell him?
Yes.